It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. The fans are filling the seats in Orlando, the site of our broadcast, and where the Magic will be going up against the Indiana Pacers. Last game for Indiana, they ended up with a loss to the Wizards in Washington. A crushing defeat in that one. Still with a sour taste in their mouths, they're looking to play much better. And tonight, two teams that love to get in transition. Shaq, talk about successfully running the break.
Well, I'm not a guard, but I have led the break before. And what you need to do, you got to keep your eyes ahead, have to see the whole floor. You got to be willing to make that extra pass, Ernie.
Wow. You talk like a guard. You were like a point guard up there.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations, man. But don't force things. That's the other part. You know, just make the easy play. And if it's not there, slow it down. Set up your half-court offense, and then get it into the big guy if you have one.
But don't you want to get the crowd on its feet? Don't you want to make that play that gets the whole arena up?
Yes. You know what they used to call me, Ernie?
What's that?
Shaq Johnson.
Wow. Because he was like Magic, but he was Shaq.
I get it, Kenny.
Oh,
I get it.
Sometimes you don't.
Not that dense. Shaq Johnson.
On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Indiana Pacers are ready to go. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. The Magic again playing host, continuing their homestand in this one, going up against a capable opponent. But you see their confidence. This one they feel they should win. They'll look to come out strong and show they're the better team.
And it's in your DNA. You come up against a natural rival, you're going to be a little bit salty.
You know, that's what makes these games great. I mean, no love lost between these two squads. It's great competition with a little animus sprinkled in there.
We're moving into the heart of the NBA season, Clark. Has chemistry and pecking order in the locker room been set by the coach and by the team at this point of the year?
Yeah, I think with veteran teams, it's pretty well established. But again, the makeup of your veterans is key there. With younger teams, though, I think they begin to – it's a process. It's an ongoing process of figuring out roles and pecking order. So as you get into the middle part of the season, the heart of it, I think the young guys do start to kind of figure it out.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go on the court for Indiana. Bogdanovich outside at the three with Young down at power forward. Evans out there with Collison, and it's Turner in at the center locking down the middle. Now, here's Isaac. After Darren Collison's miss, passes to Augustine. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Vucevic. Count that bucket.
And throughout his career, you like to see this in a player. Vucevic has worked on expanding his range. Now, he has a very reliable stroke from the mid-range area.
Collison kicks to Evans. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Back to Collison. Fires from the wing. That doesn't go either for Collison.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I spoke briefly with Nate McMillan. I asked him about the challenge of playing against a team that's so smart and under control on offense, and he said they really do a terrific job of execution. No miscues or missteps. We need to be just as disciplined if we're going to get the upper hand. And since they're down 1-0 in the season series, they'll have to do that really well tonight.
Great job, David. So they know how dangerous this team can be if they get on a roll.
And that means contesting every single shot. It's going to take a lot of effort on D, but they can't give up those easy baskets.
Without question, you're right on top of it, Greg, because if you do allow this team to get rolling and get into a groove, you can forget about slowing them down.
Evans finds Collison. Bogdanovich against Jordan. Bogdanovich looking around. And it's blocked by Jordan. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Here's Fournier. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Evan Fournier, the young player out of France, gives you a lot to work with on the offensive end.
Yeah, Fournier has become more of an initiator, a guy who sets things up offensively. He can take over the ball handling duties from time to time and takes good care of it. He squeezes that orange pretty well, and he looks really comfortable, more and more comfortable, running the pick and roll.
First free throw is good.
And in a relatively short time, Fournier has really increased his role in the league. I mean, he's a player you have to guard and keep an eye on at all times.
And so Fournier nails both of them.
Solid trip from the line right there. Knocked him down, and it was easy.
And here's Collison, who will bring it up for the Pacers. Trailing by 2. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
Yeah, they gave up in that one. The defense constantly breaking down way too many times.
Yep, and that's not a winning performance. I mean, you got to tighten up the defense moving forward if you're going to get some W's.
Now here is Augustine. After Darren Collison's miss. To the wing right side. Inside. Here's Jordan. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now the pass to Augustine. Now Fournier. Orlando moving the ball around. Baseline J on the way. Jordan's shot is off. Pacers trail by 4. Evans attacking. Young controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, those are the plays where you really see Young's quickness off the floor. He's got a great, quick second jump, which leads to second chance scores.
Now here is Augustine. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Jordan kicks to Vucevic. Augustine from outside. Good on the triple.
Yeah, and Augustine continues to get it done from deep, Kevin. A consistent 3-ball shooter who gets his shot up in a hurry.
Collison, the pass to Bogdanovich. The kick out to Young. Jordan with the rebound.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Hits it from 3-point range.
And the quick release of Fournier. Man, he's so good at getting his shot off as soon as the pass reaches his hand.
Jordan against Bogdanovich. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Pass to Vucevic. Outside for Jordan. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Evans finds Young. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Guarded by Jordan. Out to Turner. Young outside. Shoots over Isaac. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. Looked like he forced the shot.
It's good from long range.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pacers trail by 11. So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Tough night. I mean, they attacked on both ends, and unfortunately for them, they just got called for a lot of fouls.
Yeah, they were too physical and a little bit out of position. They were rough out there, but ultimately the physicality led to fouls, and that hurt them.
Going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Gordon comes in for Isaac. Terrence Ross is checked in for Fournier. And it's Grant in for Augustine. Sabonis, he's checked in for Indiana. Corey Joseph comes in for Darren Collison. Now, here's Grant. And Jordan has it in the corner. Bamba with it. He's against Turner. Bamba's shot is off. The shot by Evans. Nobody around. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Jordan against Bogdanovic. Jordan the pass to Grant. From deep three-point range, they grab their own miss. For three, Ross hits the three-point bomb. Ross has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Evans kicks to Joseph. Evans dishes to Turner. They need this one. Rebound by the Magic. Bamba's got his fourth rebound in this one. Grant gets a wide-open look. No good from outside. Pacers trail by 14. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Indiana again missing. Orlando's gone 4-7 from three-point range so far in the first. Pass to Jordan. Kicks it to Gordon. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Utah. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top five.
And right now for the Magic, they've used the doubters as fuel for this season's strong showing. Night after night, each guy plays with that proverbial chip on his shoulder.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. There's something timeless about a star tandem, Clark. Jordan and Pippen, Kobe and Shaq, Steph and KD. What's needed for guys at that level to play together and coexist?
I think the biggest thing is an appreciation and respect for one another. I mean, that to me is the beginning point of coexisting at a high level, because you're going to have some friction, you're going to have some disagreements, but all of that can be put to the side when there's great appreciation and respect for each other and a real focus on what we're trying to get done. You get that in place, then the talent will rise to the very top.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Indiana. Doug McDermott comes in for Bogdanovic. And stolen by Jordan. Evans with the steal. Can they get it? After two misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made. Magic leading by 12. Now here's Jordan. He had 31 points in the win against Oklahoma City. And the dunk by Jordan.
Starting to surge here. and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've come out strong. I mean, clearly they've been the better team so far.
And it's Evans with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. And here's McDermott. To the middle. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Yeah, I'd like to see more passes like that from McDermott, especially when guys are open.
Passes it to Ross. He kicks it to Jordan. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Jordan's got 6.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Now, here's O'Quinn. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Evans. The shot that time, not on target. And Orlando the other way now. Jordan kicks to Bamba. The pass to Grant. Pass to Jordan. Back to Grant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. It's rebounded by Indiana.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
You got to respect the physicality of Evans. Excellent at drawing contact on his way up.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
2 shots.
That's good from Evans.
You got to appreciate the skill set of Evans. I mean, Tyreke Evans can play a few different spots for you, and he's got nice handles for a guy his size.
And both free throws good for Evans. Jordan with it. He's got 6. Outside Gordon. Down low. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And the Magic lead by 14. Indiana's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Now here's McDermott. T right on him. 1:52 left to play in the first quarter. Sabonis, the good-looking shot from the wing.
Boy, Sabonis looking really comfortable shooting off the pass. If you're not right up on him, he'll burn you.
Grant outside. Pass to Gordon. A 3-ball. Rebound, Evans. Pacers trail by 12. 1:25 left in the first quarter. Joseph up top. He's covered by Grant. And Evans gets it to go on the assist from Joseph. 6 points for Tyreke Evans.
And how about the efficiency Evans has shown in the paint? Once he's got his position, he's looking to score.
Now here's Jordan. There aren't many players who can score at the volume he has and make it look as easy as he does every game. He averages more than 36 points a game.
Man, they are doing some damage from deep.
Which is the main reason, partner, they're sitting on this big lead. Awesome shooting so far.
Joseph against Grant. Ross with the steal. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. Deflects the pass. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sabonis.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, the thing they did there, Greg, clogged up the passing lanes, playing them beautifully and making things hard for the opponent. That's really good defense.
The Magic making a switch here. Owundu's checked in. Indiana also making some changes. Anabogu's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. And TJ Leafs subbed in for Sabonis.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
and they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. No good from Grant.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
Joseph, that's good.
Far from just a jump shooter, Joseph is not shy at getting inside and making it happen there.
Grant kicks to Gordon. And that one released in time, but no good. And so the first quarter is in the books. Magic lead by 8. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
Yep, firing with confidence, in rhythm, Greg. I mean, not allowing the defense to take a break.
And it's Evans with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. 8-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Grant is out there with Terrence Ross. And it's a 1-2 in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Leave kicks to McDermott. With the teardrop, 6 to shoot. The shot's good from Evans.
And watching Evans there knock down the triple has the ability to be a dangerous outside scorer when he's in rhythm.
Grant finds Gordon. Over Joseph. And it's Gordon missing. Pacers trail by 5. Passes it to Joseph. Now McDermott. He's covered by Grant. Now McDermott still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. That one good for 2.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Now here's Grant. Here's a 1-2. Deep 2 from Ross. Cans the shot from the wing. Ross has got his 3rd bucket of the night. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Joseph against Grant. Ball's knocked loose. Ross with the steal. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. And the pass to Ross. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That's his first foul. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Gordon. Fournier's checked in for Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Grant. The Pacers also with a sub. Darren Collison, he's checked in for Evans. Now here's Fournier. 5 points in the game. Augustine passes to Isaac. Just 4 to shoot. Got it. Good job in the low post. Isaac's got his first basket of the night.
Man, I admire how Isaac fights through the contact there, man. Grit and grind on display. Not letting the defense tie him down on these shots.
Fournier against Collison. And Abogu. Good, and the assist goes to Collison.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Pacers trail by 5. Now here's Joseph, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Collison in the post. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Kevin, I like the defense there. I mean, they didn't make that easy, and he definitely seemed intimidated by the defenders.
Pass to a 1-2. kicks to Vucevic. Pass to Augustine. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Anunoby.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. In the corner, Collison with it. Floats one. It's deflected. And here's Augustine. 8 points his last outing. Three-pointer. Sinks the triple. Augustine's got 9.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Here's Isaac. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Augustine's got 3 assists now in this one. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Clark, we know you were a great athlete. Would you have enjoyed playing at the pace we're seeing in today's NBA style?
I hope I could have played in today's game. Again, I was not an uber athletic guy. Athletic enough to get things done on the court. Was a skilled basketball player more than a great athlete. So the athleticism of today might have challenged me a bit. But I still think I could have played and been effective in today's game.
I agree. And some changes here for the Pacers. Turner's checked in for Anunoby. Young comes in for McDermott. And it's Bogdanovich in for Corey Joseph. Pacers trail by 10. Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Collison. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Collison's got his second basket of the game.
That's all willpower and fight right there. Darren Collison finishing amidst the tall timber. Well done.
Fournier pass to Augustine. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. 11 points in the game. For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Collison finds Turner.
A beast in the paint. Once Turner gets this kind of position, you almost have to whack it.
The Pacers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. That free throw good from Turner.
Yeah, you know, he's a big guy that has tremendous agility and already is an elite defender. Miles Turner now has to work on being dominant on offense.
All free throws good from Turner. Orlando leading by 8. Augustine with it. 11 points in the game. Here's a 1-2. Five on the clock. No good there.
And you gotta love the effort. I mean, he battles just as hard on the inside as he does on the perimeter.
To the inside. And it's Young. That time on the assist by Collison.
Spotting the open man, Collison, a capable playmaker.
Collison against Augustine. Vucevic up top, shoots over Turner, and it's Vucevic missing.
Tell you, that is not what they want. A contested jump shot, defense right on it. You need to get a better shot than that.
Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. Misses the three. Orlando leading. Now Augustine, and looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Take a look at the Magic. Right now, they've compiled the third best record in the conference. And, of course, there's the Pacers, 8.5 games behind them.
And right now, for the Pacers, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
Here's the teardrop. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Turner.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Augustine, and he uses the glass on the layup. Augustine's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Collison, the pass to Leaf. Here's Young. He kicks it to Turner. Shoots over Vucevic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
A brief check now of the stats for Nikola Vucevic. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. He's right around 9 points a night, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboard.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
And that one falls for Turner. The Magic making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. Sabonis, he's checked in for Indiana. That one misses.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. We know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Shots, gentlemen.
The Magic have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Jordan.
That free throw, no good. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Miles Turner. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. And it's Bogdanovic off the drive. He feeds it to Young. Passes it to O'Quinn. Back to Young. Uncovered. Misses off the left iron. Orlando leading by 5. Here's Jordan. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Really impressive seeing a guy like Vucevic carve up the defense with his peripheral vision and passing. So good at spotting the open man.
Now here's Collison. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Now here's Sabonis. Poked away. Outside Bogdanovic. Beyond the arc. They get it again. Here's Young. Indiana again missing.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing his shot. Clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
Pacers trail by 7. And Bogdanovic kicks to Young. And it's blocked by Jordan. The shot's good from O'Quinn. Magic leading by 5. And here is Jordan. 8 points for him. To the paint. Collison with it. The pass to O'Quinn. Takes a shot at the elbow, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Boy, Kevin, he just clanked that one. I mean, surprising because the defense wasn't really in the picture.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Collison feeling it out a bit. O'Quinn with it. Vucevic on him. Sabonis kicks to Young. From deep. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got 7 rebounds in the game.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And here's Collison, who will bring it up for the Pacers. They trail by 7.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Bounce pass from Jordan. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Persistence pays, Kevin. Love seeing Isaac stay with the play like that, using his height and the high release on those nice finishes.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And his free throws are falling at a rate of only about 72% on the season. Not terrible, but listen, you obviously would expect him to do better.
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about it.
1:52 left in the second quarter. Collison dishes to O'Quinn. Evans outside. Here's Collison. The basket good off the assist from Evans. 6 points for Darren Collison.
Sensing the opportunity there, Collison sneaking inside for the finish.
Ross passes to Isaac. Gordon deciding where to go with it. To the middle. And the basket by Isaac. Isaac's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
1:12 left in the first half of basketball. Evans kicks to Bogdanovich. And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Aggressiveness is fine, but you can't be this over-aggressive. I think he's got to dial it back some. They need him on the floor.
And Indiana making a change here. Joseph's checked in. Here's Bogdanovich. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Washington.
And, you know, Bogdanovich is just such a deadly shooter from there. The defense has to do a better job against him in that situation.
Bamba dishes to Grant. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Evans. 9 points in the game so far. 36 seconds left here in the second. Here's Sabonis. 5 to shoot. And they'll turn over. Could not get off a shot before second violation. And some changes here for the Pacers. Anabogu's checked in for Sabonis. And McDermott subbed in for Bogdanovich. Grant against Joseph. Now Grant. He averages about 5 points a game. Outside Gordon. The fadeaway. 2 points. That one goes. And now a 12-point Orlando lead.
Oh, I like seeing Gordon work on that jump shot of his. He's going to need to knock it down consistently at his position to be one of the best in the league.
And so it's Orlando. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Nick, what got you guys going in the first half?
It was just a bit aggressive and try to be present in there. Everybody, not just me, but all the guys. And that's all we need to do, you know. When we start the game off right, then we can build a pretty nice lead like tonight we did.
Obviously, it's how you finish, not how you start. Thanks, Nick. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They are leading by 12. And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
They did an awesome-horrific job. That's right, Ernie. Awesome-horrific. That's awesome and terrific together. Anyway, they did an awesome-horrific job of limiting turnovers. They were almost mistake-free. They put you in the right frame of mind when you can play like that. As long as they keep protecting the ball in the next 2 quarters, they will protect the lead.
Kenny, what did you think about Indiana?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You gotta like what DJ Augustin has done in this game.
His points production thus far, off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters, just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. On the court for Indiana. Down low, it's Young and Turner. Evans out there with Collison. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 slot. Now here's Evans. Outside Collison. Shot clock at 6. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Young. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And, you know, Thaddeus Young, the veteran forward out of Georgia Tech, over a decade of service in the NBA, and he's still one of the more dependable scorers you'll find in terms of over the course of a season.
And for Young, a veteran, as you mentioned, Clark, still one of the more athletic players in the league.
Yeah, he really is. Very impressive how long Thaddeus has been as consistent as he's been. Does a nice job running the floor. Really good in shot selection, and has become a more vocal leader as he is one of the older guys in the league now.
Now here is Augustine. Pass to Isaac for 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Isaac's got the lead up to 14 now for Orlando.
Man, I like the deep ball of Isaac there, man. Has good touch for a big fella, and he shoots it with confidence.
From deep, Evans. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pacers trail by 14. The shot's good.
A fantastic heads-up play there from Young to find the open man.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Shot from 16. And that one goes long. And it's Indiana's ball. Now, here is Young. 5 points in the game. And it's good, 2 points. Collison's got 8 points.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, just a real lack of aggressiveness there right now. I mean, can't give up these types of layups to begin the quarter, Greg. I mean, that's a no-no.
Young with no one around. The 3-pointer no good.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, he has been, and he's got to find his stroke because he's holding back his team as a result of his poor shooting.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
Yeah, you know, continue to pour it on them. That's what they want to do right now, doing their best to put this game out of reach and in the win column.
Now, here is Young. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Vucevic against Turner. 4 on the clock. Evans kicks to Young. Shoots over Isaac. They get it back. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Turner.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Jordan. He's got 12. Here's Augustine. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 4 assists now tonight.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Timeout called the Pacers. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Now let's take a look at the list of players who have been absolutely lighting it up. These are the NBA scoring leaders over the last 10 games. You take a look at Jordan, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
Evans, and the layup's good off the glass. Evans has got 11.
And Evans excels at using his muscle and speed going to the rim. Knows how to score despite getting hit.
Now here's Jordan. Inside, here's Vucevic. The shot from the low post is good. And the Magic lead by 12.
Everything working for them out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Evans feeling it out a bit. In it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
And how about the confidence from Evans? He's feeling like no one can stop him playing with a ton of heart.
Now here is Augustine. 15 points in the game. High arcing shot, and he gets it to go. Augustine's got 4 this quarter.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
And here are the Pacers now after the Magic pick up 2. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
You got a moment now to see how the Magic are doing in the NBA rankings right now.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses. And I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with them.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Isaac. TJ Leafs checked in for the Pacers. Indiana moving it around. Down low. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Collison's got 3 assists now in this one.
Threading the needle with true precision. Collison adept at making these passes in tight quarters in the pick and roll.
Bogdanovich finds Evans. Back to Bogdanovich. Gets it down to single digits. He's got 6.
On the perimeter and on the inside too. Bogdanovich able to put points on the board.
Augustine against Collison. Augustine, that's good.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Fournier against Evans. Unloads from 13. That's no good. He is 5 of 11 shooting from the field for the game. Near the 3-point line, it's Augustine. Tyreke Evans comes up with the rebound. Evans has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Leaf. Outside Collison. Orlando grabs the miss. Jordan's got 5 rebounds tonight. From deep 3-point range, and again it's Orlando with the 3.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Evans kicks to Turner. Evans against Fournier. Right side, Collison. Outside, Turner. The shot's good. Collison making the play. 10 points for Miles Turner.
Man, love how Turner reads the defense, sensing and seeing separation as the pass is coming his way. Man, calmly pulling up for the shot. Nice.
Now, here's Fournier. He's got 5. To the inside. And Vucevic throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Bamba is checked in for Jordan. Ross comes in for Fournier. And it's Grant in for Augustine. Indiana also making some changes. Sabonis comes in for Bogdanovic. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Darren Collison.
And the size and skill set that Vucevic possesses makes it hard for defenders. He's agile as a 7-footer, and he also has enough body and knows how to use it that defenses have a real problem with it.
Pacers trail by 13. In the corner, it's Sabonis. Had the space there, but it's offline. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Here's Gordon. Banked in off the glass. Gordon's got 6 points.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for him this half.
And Joseph kicks to Turner. Shoots over Vucevic. Indiana again missing.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. And Jaren Grant missing on that last three-pointer. Passes it to Sabonis. To the left side wing. The shot, no good. The Magic go the other way with it. Here's Gordon. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And although Gordon had never won a dunk contest, there's no doubt that he is one of the league's most lethal artists in the air.
Yeah, he really is. Creative, great bounce and strength. Was recorded at the Combine with a 39-inch vertical. I think he gets off the floor much higher than that at times. He's got great power and a good frame. You know, if you see Gordon coming down the lane with a step, you better run for cover if you don't want to be posterized.
Now here's Ross. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Lets it go from deep. Sabonis grabs the board. Indiana's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Turner. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Orlando leading by 15. Ross in the corner. Grant kicks to Gordon. Back to Grant. And there's the pass to Ross. He dishes it to Vucevic. Shoots over Turner. That's short off the rim. Pacers trail by 15. And here is Joseph. Pass to Leaf. Over Bamba. Indiana again missing.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain neutral position.
Now here's Grant.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Evans with it. Kicks it to Turner. Back to Evans. No good on that one. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Pass to Vucevic. And here is Ross. Grant outside. Passes it to Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. Drains the three-pointer. Gordon's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I think this is an area that Gordon has really improved. Now a legitimate threat from outside the arc.
And the pass to Sabonis. To the inside. Here's Turner. Count that one. Turner's got 12 in the game.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now here's Vucevic. 9 points in the game so far. Ross in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. Pacers trail by 18. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the third. Shoots from 12. Pass to Leaf. Back to Turner. Now here's Evans. From deep. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Jeez. Maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Is that what you think?
Absolutely.
Instead, it had the opposite effect. He looked foolish.
Now, here's Grant. Inside. Here's Vucevic. It's rebounded by Indiana. Turner's got 6 rebounds here tonight. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Evans. No good off the back of the rim.
When he's got that kind of positioning, he's got to score it. Got to score the ball from there.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Great appreciation for Ross. Never afraid of going into the contact on the way up. Well done.
The Magic shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Terrence Ross.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. And both free throws good for Ross. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the third. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Ross against Evans. He kicks to Collison. Fires for 3. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Orlando controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Grant is out there with Terrence Ross. And it's a one-do in at the small forward. That's who's out there for Orlando. Now, here's Grant. Stolen by O'Quinn. Outside Collison. Over to the left wing. Now here's McDermott. Tight defense on him. Back to Collison. Baseline try. That one drops for him. Collison's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Pacers. Grant kicks to Gordon. Collison against Grant. Here's Collison. Pass to McDermott. Clock at 6. Down low, O'Quinn, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Young comes in for McDermott, and it's Bogdanovich in for Evans. Young against Jordan. Latrey. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Young's shot is off.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Grant, right side. Bamba passes to Jordan. Yep, that one goes. And the Magic lead by 18.
Got to D him up better than that. I mean, when he's got a smaller guy on him inside, that's dinner. Barbecue chicken.
That sounds good. I love that. Now, here's O'Quinn, and Bogdanovich kicks to Anibogu. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Couple that with just how well they've shot it from beyond, and they've made this thing look easy.
And the first one drops. Orlando making some changes. Evan Fournier comes in for Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Grant. And he makes both free throws. Now Jordan. It's Fournier on the wing. Kicks to Bamba. Fires for 3. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Collison. And the shot goes in.
$175, and that might be generous for DC. He says, I don't care. I'm attacking the defense no matter what size I am.
Outside Fournier. Passes to Jordan. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. And so it's Indiana with it. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Collison against Augustine. Outside Collison. Just 5 to shoot. Here's O'Quinn. Count it. Good. O'Quinn's got 4 points in the quarter. Orlando leading by 12. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And here's Jordan outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Jordan's got 10 points here in the second half.
He's starting to feel it. He's in a groove here in the second half.
And Bogdanovich kicks to O'Quinn. Back to Bogdanovich. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Tough finish from Bogdanovich. He's got a nice big frame for a wingman.
And for the most part, when Bogdanovich is out on the floor, he's there to do one thing, shoot.
And I tell you what, when you can shoot like that, that's all you need to do. Great catch-and-shoot player who can stretch the defense. You cannot leave him alone, and really his presence frees up so much for his teammates on the floor.
And, you know, Bojan Bogdanovic, not an elite athlete by NBA standards, but he's a live weapon because he can really shoot the ball and put it on the floor.
Now here's Jordan. He lobs it up, and the dunk by Bamba.
And just throw it up there. Bamba, as long as you time the pass right, he's going to flush that one down.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. And the wide open shot from Collison drops in the tray.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Now here is Augustine. Now the dish to Jordan. Launches a three. The Pacers pull it in. And Abogu's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
Here's Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Well, that's as easy as it gets, quite honestly. Riding solo and coasting all the way to the rack. No simpler than that.
Here's Bogdanovich after the Magic pick up 2. Outside Collison. And here's O'Quinn. Tipped away. Stolen by Bamba. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. And there's the pass to Augustine. Shot clock at 5. It's taken away by Collison. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Jordan against Young. From the top of the key. And the shot is long.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain-neutral position.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Not just a floor spacer now. Bogdanovich getting inside there.
At the line for the Pacers, Bojan Bogdanovic. Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. And the Pacers also making a change. Evans, he's checked in for Young. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Orlando. Pass to Jordan. Over Bogdanovich. Another miss by Orlando.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Back to Evans. Fires from the wing. Here's Anabogu. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Saturday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat. Then on Monday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that matchup with the Clippers, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick'em game, depending on how they play.
Miles Turner, he's checked in for Indiana. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Magic leading by 8. Outside Jordan. Fournier in the corner. The 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Pacers trail by 11. Evans passes to Anabogu. Collison against Augustine. Unloads from 13. Good, he hits the jump shot. And that's now 19 points for Darren Collison.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And it's Vucevic in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark. For Indiana, they've gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. Knocks it loose. Isaac with the steal. And here we go. By himself, the big dunk at the end of the break.
Yeah, he's going to flush it every time when he's that close to the rim. You can't allow him to get that kind of position.
And here are the Pacers now. 11-point game. Collison kicks to Evans. Shoots over Fournier. And it's Evans missing.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Pass to Anabogu. And at the top of the key, Turner. Shot clock at 2. They get it again. Off target at the rim.
Great look, but he couldn't finish everything but is how we say that. Surprising since the defense was very pedestrian.
Pacers trail by 14. Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. And stolen by Fournier. It's Jordan on the wing. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Isaac misses.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Turner finds Evans. Turner against Vucevic. 4 on the shot clock. Bogdanovich, know what?
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Shots, gentlemen. Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And he knocks down the first one.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. Can't do much better than that, guys.
And so Jordan nails both of them. Pacers trail by 16. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. It's been quite a game for the Prodigy.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
Folks are envious, or they either scared and in fear like insidious. Time's been ugly, but now they just hideous. Everybody's they trying to hide themselves from us. I'm just being me, never switching for the Bucks. I'm in y'all's playing, so I'm something no man can touch. I've been going ham like I'm playing in the clutch. Got the Kyrie step back when actors acting up. Been this way since a pup. You can't even get it up. If you acting different, then you getting. And I ain't even let them come back like the Cubs. That's a dub. I'ma fly like a dove, so what's up?
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, the Prodigy.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. To the right side to halt the run, and Bogdanovich lays it in.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Jordan with it. Evans picks him up. Jordan dishes to Vucevic, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And that's just an example and display of strength from Vucevic. I mean, just overpowering whoever's in his path.
Nikola Vucevic.
Free throw drops for Vucevic. And it's Evans with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Trailing by 17. Turner passes to Evans. Here's Anunoby, who's guarded by Fournier. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Right side, Bogdanovic. Great open look there. Bogdanovic has got 13 points in the second half.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Jordan with it. Over Bogdanovic. Again, the Magic score.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
And that's what you want to do. I mean, you can't let the opposition off the hook here. I mean, you've got to keep adding to that lead.
And so here is Indiana following the bucket by Orlando. Here's Turner. Up and in on the layup.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Magic.
This is a game where defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And so checking out the record for these guys, tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
But, Greg, still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jordan.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Here's Isaac. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Vucevic. He's all alone. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. And the Magic lead by 14.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Big time. I mean, it's amazing. Their crowd letting them hear it. And that's always inspiring. They want to see this thing get wrapped up.
Now here is Augustine following the shot by Evans. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. Jordan finds Fournier. There's the three. Evans with some nice D. And he banks in the layup.
And I really enjoy watching Evans use that athleticism, especially when he's attacking. He's tough to stop.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you next time.